Right, I'm at 47%. I will need to charge my phone, so I'm going to need to make this quick. But what I'm about to show you is a responsible clinician's report that I had when I had my tribunal today. You'll see on the back that I wrote in pencil, because I knew what was coming. The first thing I wrote was, is this a legal document? Could it be used in court? And they said, yes, it is a legal document and it can be used in court, because I knew what was going to happen. So I needed to know that if I was to present this to a court or to the New Zealand government, that this is a legal document, which they admitted on video with Dr. Singh this morning. I'm about to show you that my ex-husband, Christopher Black, lied in a police report 3 times, and the doctors let him get away with it. In a legal document, I can prove he has lied 3 times in a police report, and the doctors here ignored the fact that he has broken the law. And then just wait, it gets worse. So I'll have to pause it, but just give me a sec. I'll take screenshots of these, and it's personal, but I'm making the choice to make this public. My ex-husband, Christopher Black, has told the police in a legal document that he doesn't have a girlfriend. That, look, this is the other thing, is that there are so many lies and inaccuracies in this report that when this gets out, this is going to be a shame on the people who wrote this report and this hospital. So I will take screenshots of this. In this, Elena Bond and Lucio. So see the thing about the 2 girlfriends, right? So he's denying to the police that he has girlfriends. However, if you go to my Instagram, you will see the video of him with his wife, Adelina Bond, otherwise known as Kate. And if you go to the video with the York at Christmas time, right, you see him in there. Now, my son confronted him with that video after he denied having a girlfriend to the police, where he then admits in the screenshots after that he does have a girlfriend, and he actually was getting them to talk to her over Xbox until they refused to engage with her because they knew what she was up to with their mother. So he has lied to the police in a statement saying that he doesn't have a girlfriend, when you can see on my Instagram he now admits that he does, and in fact it's his wife. So that's the first lie that he told. The second lie that he told, that these people have let him get away with in what would be considered a legal document in a court of law, is that he said that I was barricaded. I barricaded myself in the bedroom in a distressed state, and that I had taken weapons in with me, right? But if you see those videos of that night, I'm not barricaded in any room. I'm in the living room for the most part with my son until midnight, and then I am up in the boys' bedroom where they moved my mattress. You can clearly see we're not barricaded. You can clearly see I'm not carrying any weapons. You can clearly see my boy is the one doing all the protecting and defending. But then also, and I'll put a screenshot up on my Instagram, and I'll put screenshots up of this report as well, that I'll put on my Instagram. You will see on that morning at 5:01 in the morning, I rang the police because he turned up back at the house and hopped into bed like nothing had happened, right? So if I've barricaded myself in the house in a distressed state with weapons, why did he not do anything when he was at the house? Because he left the house after I called the police to request that he was removed, and it was 3 or 4 hours after that he called the police to say that I was barricaded in the room with weapons and in a distressed state. And as I said, you can see from those videos that that is a blatant lie. I tried to present this to the tribunal today, and they utterly disregarded the fact that he had broken the law 3 times to the police in a statement that has been used in a legal document. Right? Hang on. Hang on, I need to pause it. Apparently, I smoke 60 quid a day in weed. But he takes me to buy the weed and he gives me the money for the weed. And I smoke, 60 quid a day in weed, apparently, and I have no income. And when I do, it's like maybe like $80 a week. So that's another lie. I'm divulging this, I'm giving you all permission, because if you read this, not only is it there's actual lies in here, and there's a lot of stuff that is factually incorrect and not in line with anything that I've said. You can see the utter disregard and contempt they have for my work, calling me delusional because of the fact that I love my job, because apparently it is a mental illness to be proud of the fact that you help someone elevate their mood. Because what I'm starting to think, the way they are with medications in this place, I'm wondering whether they get paid by the pill. Now, the other thing is this thing with Rocio and the Air Force. They didn't believe me, even though I had told them that my friend Anita had contacted them yesterday. The utter disregard and disrespect that they have for my work and all that I have done for people, the way that they are making out like it is a crime, it is a Mental Health Act crime to be proud of your achievements and the success that you have in making people go off their medication and want to elevate their mood and have ascensions to, live better, healthier lives. I'm shocked and I'm embarrassed and I'm disgusted at the whole thing, because it apparently is now considered wrong to be proud of your work. But wait, there's more. At no point did they take into consideration when they were talking about how I was, talking erratic, and I knew that I was going to have to describe a cutting edge science to people whose minds are closed tighter than a virgin. Whose minds are closed tighter than a virgin's legs. And I had been in fear for my life, and I had just found out that my ex-husband was living a double life with a family in York that we only found out about that morning. While he's living in luxury, my boys and I are living in poverty, and we found out that morning, and I wasn't allowed to be upset about it. I also wasn't allowed to catch up on sleep from the stress and the shock of 22 years of being the victim of domestic abuse, because that was considered having depression. Like, this is how disgusting it is. But wait, there's more. I gave them evidence, actual factual evidence, that they have completely disregarded in favour of a man that I have proven lied in police statements that have been put in a official legal document. And then this is where they start abusing my indigeny. The utter contempt that they have for anything that I am has made me so angry that now I have taken this to the New Zealand Embassy, the New Zealand Parliament, New Zealand On Air, the Treaty of Waitangi Tribunal, the Māori Council. I've taken it to the Ngāti Raukawa tribe, Ngāti Raukawa Council. I have absolutely banged the drum on this. They are making fun of my indigeny. They are making fun of my work. They are making fun of my science that I told them was based on Carl Jung, who they had no idea about. These are medical professionals who work in the psychology and psychiatry fields, and they had no concept of Carl Jung and his work with the supernatural sciences. So how bad is that? That an uneducated woman knew more about Carl Jung and him being the godfather of the supernatural sciences and psychoanalytics and psychology more than people who have medical degrees. I'll take screenshots of these and put them up on my Instagram so that you can read them. This is all because I refused to, they want me to admit that I have a mental health problem and that I need medication, and I refuse to do so, and I will continue to refuse to do so. And they're forcing me to take medication because of it. So, and they're forcing a lot of patients here to take medication that they don't want to take, and I'm wondering whether they get paid to do it, because they don't care. All they care about is getting the medication out. They show no, that was the other thing, they have no concept of what an empath is. They made fun of the fact that as an empath I was trying to protect my energy field, and they made fun of that. Like in this report, it's like they just thought I was just this biggest idiot who was living this delusional life. At no point have they looked at any of my evidence on Instagram. At no point have they looked at any of my evidence on YouTube. They went by a man who I've just proven to you lied in police reports. They have protected a man and defended a man and took the side of a man that I've just shown to you has lied on a legal document that can be presented in court. Because I knew I was going to have to challenge it, because I knew what was coming. So when I went to the tribunal this morning, I made sure, I said, before we start this conversation, I need to know whether this document here is a legal document that, should I need to, can be used in a court of law. And they said yes, and I smiled, because I thought, right, now I've got you. Because this whole Indigeneity thing and the way that they are mocking my work and accusing me of having grandiose delusions and stuff, because of the fact that I'm proud of my work, that I get people off their antidepressants and I get people wanting to go off their medications, and that I use my Indigenous background with, Mother Nature and biometrics and, atomic energy and all that sort of thing, that I was born and raised through my Egyptian and Māori heritage to do. They have classed that as a mental illness. So how sick is that? It's sick. So I will take a screenshot of the call that I made to the police, where he was in the house, and at no point did he tell the police that I was barricaded in. At no point. He had plenty of opportunities, if that was the case, to do it while he was in the house, and he didn't. He waited for like 3 or 4 hours and then made up a lie to the police, where, as I said on the videos, you can see he point blank lies. He's lying. And it's in a police statement on an official legal assessment form from this place. So you see why I'm angry, and you see now why I've had to take this to Parliament and to my people. Because if they're doing this to me, and I'm someone who works for God and does God's work and is trying to protect God's children, what are they doing to the others who aren't? So, especially the ones in prison. How many people in prison are being given medication they don't need because they're dealing with the fact that they were victims of abuse as children, dealing with the fact that they're traumatized by the reason why they're in prison? How many people are being forced to go on medication because they don't meet the expectations of the Mental Health Board when it comes to what their idea is of happy and healthy? Because apparently it is unhealthy to be happy. They don't like the fact that I am happy and that I'm proud of my work. You're not allowed to be proud that you save lives, apparently. So how twisted is that? That's how angry I am. So Yeah, so I'll put screenshots up on my Instagram, and we will continue this fight later.